house husband today. Just got, well, not really. I went to the dump to get rid of those old Peterbilt seats. Sorry. I didn't want to do a giveaway on those. They're pretty beat up. 2 million plus miles. I mean, I guess I could have framed them or put them on a podium or something with that many miles. Trucking around, going to get some hay for the horse, and I get some gas for the mower, and I have to fix the mower, my little push mower for my front yard, because it won't start. I don't think it's getting any fuel, so it'll run on ether, but it won't run on. It's not getting any fuel, so there's a plug somewhere, and it always fired right up. Tiny had a fit today, I guess. Not really a fit, but threw a bunch of ABS codes. I guess Vail had a snowstorm, and Colorado had a bunch of snow that went through, and they probably hit a bunch of nasty stuff, and the ABS sensors got dirty, or some corrosion got in a plug, so I'm gonna have to probably take some wiring apart and clean it out when they get back, because that mac chloride, man, it wrecks wiring. And Colorado uses that stuff. That's why the roads are usually fairly passable, but it wrecks your wiring, wrecks everything on the truck. So just, you're gonna have that on those big jobs. Alice is in too welly going to bed, while I'm just trucking around here getting crap done. I gotta put the transmission in the Dodge. Might work on that later, but I really need to mow my property, because it looks like a freaking jungle, especially now that the rains quit and the suns came out. It's like the grass is 2 feet tall everywhere, and I hate that. I can't stand looking at it. So, oh, and I gotta get a relay for Fancy, because I think the relay, I'm pretty sure the relay for the marker lights went bad. So I replaced that switch, if you guys remember in the past episode, and it was still acting up. And the wiring, I think, is good, I think. So I'm going to replace the relay, because I don't hear it clicking. It's like constantly on. So I'm going to get a new relay, and I think that'll solve the problem. So then I got a couple of things to do on him. I got to wash him, actually, because he's still got mud all over him from freaking Colorado. It didn't get washed off fully, and I haven't had time since I ran Tyler last week. Fancy got neglected a little bit. I think I'm going to have to order a whole new taillight harness for him, for the back of the frame, because it's really old and brittle, and that's where my light problem's been coming into play. I've been kind of splicing it and patching it and fixing it, but it probably just needs a new one, because the wiring is really, like, the insulation is really hard and brittle, and it's just kind of cracking. So I feel it's time for a new one. It's not an expensive deal. It's just, the rear light harness. That's not that big of a deal. Probably a couple bucks. But team's on the way back from Colorado. I think they're gonna go across Wyoming. The weather looks good across Wyoming. No winds. Beautiful, so they'll be able to make up some time from, taking a little bit longer to get across Vail. And if everything goes well, maybe Alice will be able to sneak across there tonight after she wakes up. It'd be nice, because it's a lot faster to go through I-80 in Wyoming than it is Colorado. Sometimes it's, as much as 2 hours, but usually on average it's about an hour faster if the roads are good. If the roads are bad, through Colorado, it could take up as much as 2 hours, so it could be a pain. But also, I like Colorado, I like running that road, but man, that I-70 is just the roughest road in the world. It's beat up. I mean, you can't be angry at them, because they do get all that weather and all the plows and stuff. So Colorado, well, no, I'm gonna be mad, because I-76 east of Denver is just terrible. It's the worst road you can ever be on west of the Mississippi. So let's go get some hay.
10 hours later.
So we're still here in Lake Point, Utah at the Flying J. It is about 8:45 p.m. I am just about able to leave. My 10 hours is almost complete. I have about 12 minutes left. So right now my plan is I'm going to go into the Flying J, myself some ice water, and I guess that's it. I'm good to go. Other than that, I parked opposite where I usually park. I'm still in the back row, but I'm at the opposite end, and it was a really good spot because it was quiet. I slept pretty dang good. I did wake up probably about 4 p.m. Because it was really hot in here. I had the bug heater on because it was colder when I stopped this morning, and set at 67, it made it be like 80 degrees up in here. So that woke me up, and I was a little hungry. I made a baked potato in the truck, my first baked potato in a truck, and it was a success. I actually really enjoyed it. I just brought some butter, sour cream, and some. I think in the future, because I really enjoyed it, I'm gonna bring some other toppings, like maybe pre-cook some bacon, chop that up, have that on hand. Maybe do fresh green onions instead of the dried parsley. I originally wanted dried chives, but we didn't have any, and parsley's what I had at the house, so I just grabbed it. But it tasted really good, and you know what? That was a cheap meal, guys. I mean, how much does a potato cost? So I like making potatoes in the truck. I think that's going to be a new thing for me. Where I'm parked, I'm between two other green trucks. One's a Peterbilt, if you guys watched yesterday's. The other was not there in the video because they dropped their trailer and they left shortly after I showed up. But I see it, they've come back, and it's a green Freightliner Classic. So that's kind of fun. We're like the green truck clique over here in the back row corner, and it was just a good spot. So very happy with my stay here this time. I think we're going to go Wyoming. While I'm going into the J, I'm going to have Martin double check some things for me to make sure that we're looking good. From what I'm seeing, I think it's good, but I just want him to double check because maybe I'm crazy and I make things up and I think it's good, but it's not. So it doesn't hurt. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys. I don't know, maybe when I come back in, if I decide that we're changing our route. If not, it'll be some point here on this trip. But we're making it to Denver today. Making it to Denver. So yeah, we're gonna take Wyoming. Wyoming looks good. A little bit of black ice over by Evanston, but the rest of it looks dry and good. So happy about that, because we're gonna make good time. I might even get a little bit further here outside of Denver than I usually do, guys. I can't even fathom that. Anyway, got my ice. I'm gonna put my own water in. Problem I have truck stop water, a lot of times it just kind of tastes like dirt. So I'm just gonna do my own bottled water, which is probably no better, but at least tastes somewhat filtered. Let's check out some trucks. Bad Pete there at the rubber duck. Like it. All the hooded trucks are all grouped together. 4 of us right there. Us hoods gotta stay together. And just like that, we got a fresh 8 on the clock. I just made an executive decision though. I want to eat some hard-boiled eggs, so we'll do that really quick, and then we're gonna go. I guess walking into the J, we feel a little hungry. And I looked for some fruit in there, but they only had oranges. That's too much work to do. I just wanted to have like some melons or something, cantaloupe. But they don't have cantaloupe. So. Costco organic pre-hard-boiled eggs it is. I wish I had time to do my own, but I didn't. You can get these though in a big old pack at Costco, and better deal than buying them at the truck stop, that's for sure. We can't see you. You're not supposed to. Just gonna listen to the sound of my people. It's Tyler's scene. It's always something, guys. I got passed by a truck and I noticed that wow, I was lighting up their trailer as they passed me on the left. I'm like, that ain't right. So I pulled over here off the highway and, well, let me show you. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Yeah, that's rad. That came out of my trailer, I'm pretty darn sure. Oopsie. All right, Rick, this one's for you. I'm not gonna wake you up, but I am gonna leave you a sticker so you know I was here. All right, guys, so Rick is one of our faithful viewers. He is also a SIVA contractor. We caught Rick one time in Sacramento. He waved at us, but I wasn't thinking that, oh, maybe it's somebody from the channel. I thought it was just a happy SIVA contractor. So Martin and I rolled right on by without saying hi to Rick. So as I was pulling out, I saw that truck. I'm like, man, I bet you that's Rick's truck. So I had to look up the number, and it's Rick's truck. So Rick, I hope you find that sticker. I didn't know where else to put it. And like I said, I did not want to wake you up because clearly you're sleeping. But I'm going to Seattle, and if you're going to Seattle, look for me. But of course, by the time you see this, it's gonna be like 2 weeks down the road anyway. So gonna go get our loaded trailer and attempt to make like ducks and get the flock out of here, as Martin always says. I'm ready to get out of here. We got another large car, another Siva large car. It's a white Peterbilt. Oh, what number are those ones? 389? I think it's 389. Okie dokie. Let's go talk to these people through this computer screen and see if they'll let me in. Nobody's answering. I guess I got a call, so can't record that because I need my phone. So last night was kind of a pain in the butt. Wyoming, the roads are just absolutely hammered, and pretty much most of 80 was just, it's falling apart. So it was a very bumpy ride, which in turn caused my passenger headlight to fall out. So I noticed I had a problem with it around the Wamsutter area. I pulled off on an exit and saw that, well, it had fallen out. And being that the exit was all icy and I wasn't really in a safe spot, I decided to drive up a couple miles, go to the Loves there, and man, that was a cluster, just because, I don't know, there's probably like 5,000 trucks there. But anyway, I got to the fuel island and started taking apart the assembly to see what I could do to try to fix it. And what I discovered was that there's these two clips. They're like a weird shaped long clip, about like yay long, and they put tension on to help hold that headlight in the housing. And I guess they had failed and popped out due to the roads being so rough, and they had fallen out into the headlight housing. So I was like, cool, I'll just put them back in, right? And well, it was 4 degrees. I was absolutely freezing. I couldn't get them in with my gloves on, so I had to take my gloves off, which was absolutely freaking miserable. And I thought I had them in, and after I thought the first one was in, I let my hand off, and it turns out it wasn't it. It sprung itself right out, and somewhere in the fuel islands. I looked around for like 15 minutes for that sucker. I couldn't find it anywhere. It won't stay in with just the one, so I ended up just taking the headlight out completely. So I'm driving around currently right now with one headlight on my truck. It looks a little janky. I have a plan to try to fix it for a temporary fix, since I don't have any more of those springs, and I don't think that's something I can just go buy. So I'm not fixing it right now. I didn't want to fix it last night because I could not feel my legs. I couldn't feel my fingers. I had spent about 30 minutes out there messing around with it, between like looking for the part and trying to fix it, and I had had enough. So when I get settled in for my day night, I'm going to try to fix it, so at least I'm not rolling around just one headlight, because I don't like looking broken. But yeah, that then the other thing that kind of sucked was I was hungry, and absolutely nowhere I stopped had anything warm to eat, because it's the middle of the night in Wyoming, and I guess they figure nobody wants to eat anything. I tried the TA when you first get into the state there at Fort Bridger. They had nothing. I tried the Loves. They also had nothing. And then I tried the Loves at Laramie, and they did not have anything. I did get a cup of coffee that was pretty bad. I still have that cup of coffee because I'm not drinking it. It's not good. So I'm pretty hungry. I'm going to try to find something to eat. I guess since I'm going to stay probably at Johnson's Corner, it means I'll probably pay a visit to their restaurant, which doesn't impress me much. I'm not complaining. I'm just sharing. You guys know how that works. And then, yeah, I'm going to try to fix that headlight. I'll go to bed, get probably 9 hours in, and then we'll continue on our merry way, and hopefully our next shift is a little bit better than what we just had. But you know what? It could be a whole lot worse than it was too, I suppose. So anyway, drop and hook went well at SIVA. We do have an older unit. It was just PM'd, preventive maintenance. Everything seems good. It has brand new tires all the way around. It's a roll-up door unit. What that is cool, because if I back it up to a dock, if there's a dock open, I won't have to break the seal because they can just do it. So I like that about the roll-up doors. You can go to the dock without having to cut that bolt seal. Beautiful day right now in Aurora, Colorado. We're just passing the airport. 27 degrees. Clear skies. It's going to be a nice day. Too bad I'll be sleeping through it. Alright guys. I think that's it for right now. So either I'm going to end this here, or I'll talk to you later. I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex zone.